Hi guys, long time no post. Today I've hit a pothole. So if you note the ride height on the near side, compared to the drive height on the off side, I think it's snapped a spring. There is a bulge in the tyre I noticed there, so that's something to watch. I think it should be okay for now. Might have done damage to the wheel, I'm not sure. Might have done more damage than just the spring. I don't know. I'm going to get it all off and have a look. The location where I hit the pothole will be included in the description, and I'll screenshot on Google Maps and insert now. If you've also hit this pothole, let me know. If we get behind, a group of people get behind, we might all together have chance of claiming, but you know what the councils are like, probably highly unlikely. Anyways, I'll get it on the ramps and get the shocker off. Okay guys, so I did drive the car for a couple of days after hitting that pothole. Now the steering is behaving very unusual and I've got the ABS light on. So I'll try and let you hear the steering. There. Okay guys, the wishbone is off. This, I did twist it out, so that's not going to be doing it any good. I can't see it being the problem, but it's a fault nonetheless. That one doesn't look too bad, it looks fine. So that back one could be the problem. Certainly not going to help. Yeah, I've got this one to go on. It's non-genuine. £20 each with all the bolts. So I bought two. So there we get on. Passenger side wishbone is off. Nothing much wrong with that. Put a screwdriver in that hole, lever it, see if it comes away. None of them do. It's going back. Cool. New wishbone on, and I noticed playing the track rod end when the bottom bolt was loose. Don't think I can show you without wobbling the camera, but yeah, there's a load of play in that track rod end. So I've got to go get two more. Okay guys, so I'm going to put these two front struts and springs on, see if it makes a difference. I'm not entirely sure what these came off. I think they came off, oh, I can't remember, but they look good enough. The only thing I can think of is the strut's gone weak, and a few people in the group have corroborated that as well. Possibly the strut's gone weak. Yeah, don't know. Right, so I'm going to get these swapped out. Okay guys, so I've jacked it up. It's really doing my head in now. I've replaced the track rod ends, the suspension, the spring and the strut, and the wishbones. Only one wishbone needed replacing. It still drives all over the road. I thought I'd nailed it. Okay guys, so I've replaced the bush. You can see it just there, it's the orange bush. There was a little bit of play in this one, but it's certainly not the world's worst that I've seen. Again, it's worth a try because I am stumped. I'm going to get the steering rack bolted back on. A few people suggested that maybe there was play in the rack, but there isn't. Nothing wrong with the arms on that. Obviously I'll try the other side, but I would have noticed it when I took it all off. I'll get the stabilising bar linked back up, and then I'll go down and bring the red Escort up, because I know there's 2 wheels on it that are balanced, brand new, ready to go, and I'm going to swap the wheels over just in case one of them's buckled. I'm genuinely perplexed, but you've got to try something, I guess. Yeah. Process of elimination. Start with the cheapest. Okay guys, I'm in the Escort GTI. I can actually drive it. A friend of mine, Dan, he's come out and he's done the 2-wheel tracking on the front. 1 wheel was massively out, so the pothole knocked the tracking out. I probably didn't help the tracking when I put the track rod ends on. It drives really well, but he did say the camber is out on one of the wheels. He thinks potentially it's bent the hub, and he says your tyres are going to wear in a matter of miles. So what I've got to do is I've got to replace the hub on the one side, but at least I'm getting somewhere. It does drive in a straight line, it's not wobbling all over the road, and the wheel isn't kissing the inner arch. So after hitting that pothole, I've had suspension, strut and spring, track rod ends, 2 new wishbones, and now I've got to do the hub. I've had Dan come out and track, and I'll do the hub and then have 4-wheel tracking, but at least I can drive it to get tracked if I need to. Honestly guys, sorry, I've got the fans on. Honestly, what a nightmare. All because of that pothole. One good thing that I will say is, I thought the red Escort was bent, because it has had a crash on the one side, so the Mark 5 Cabriolet, I do think it was bent. I did think it was bent. Dan's come out and he said, well, he's probably tracking again. I'd honestly never heard of tracking being so far out that the wheel scrubs on the inner arch. But this GTI now, it's driving lovely in a straight line. Steering wheel's a little bit off. He's done his best just to get it obviously driving without skating all over the road. But yeah, I'm quite pleased. I'll do the hub. I'll have to see if I've got a hub. Obviously this has got ABS, I don't know if the ABS ring is separate, but yeah, I feel like I'm getting somewhere, and it drives really well. It's a little bit high at the front because I think the 2 struts and springs that I put on, they were a matching pair, but I think they're off like a 1600 LX or something like that I broke years ago. So yeah, at least it's driving okay. At least I know the shell's not bent, or it's not drive shaft, or it's not steering rack. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll let you know how I get on. Okay guys, it had a new steering rack on it as well, so I put a new steering rack on it. There's 2 different types of steering racks for the Escort. Luckily the parts company that I got this from had both stocked. They sent for both, so I just took the old one off and took it in store. There was a £50 surcharge, and it came to £135 I think for the steering rack. Obviously with the old rack I didn't have to pay the surcharge. If you do fit a rack, unbolt the lower subframe, and I fed it through the driver's side to the passenger side. Yeah, it wasn't a nice job in all honesty. Yeah. Okay guys, steering rack's on. It's ready to go get tracked up now. So just a quick kind of summary of what I've been up to. I hit the pothole before Christmas, and yeah, it shook the car to pieces really. It's had new wishbones on both sides, new suspension both sides, second-hand suspension but new to the car. It's had track rod ends, it's had a stub axle on that side. Oh, the bushes, it's had new bushes where the stabilising bar meets, where it meets by the shocker. I've done all of that. I've got to go get it tracked up now. What else has it had? While it's been off the road, I did the cat, so it's got a brand new cat on it. That was only £60 and the build quality was really good. Came with all the little bits that you needed to bolt it up. The new springs and a new like gasket piece. It's a new handbrake cable, middle and rear full complete. So handbrake is amazing. Yeah. I've bled the radiator, I've bled the steering rack. It should be ready to go, fingers crossed. I've got to take it about 15 miles to get tracked up, so I'm going to take a bottle of water with me just in case. Just in case anything does happen, say the thermostat doesn't open or something. Yeah, fingers crossed, guys. What a palaver. Honestly, it's been a nightmare. So I'm going to take it to get tracked up. I'll let you know how I get on at the end of this video. Wish me luck, guys. Well, I've just taken it off the ramps and it feels like the steering is way off, and also the ABS light's on. So the ABS light could be on for one or two reasons. The sensor might not be lined up with, you know, the disc that goes on the back of the hub. It might not be lined up, it might be way out of line. Steering just doesn't feel right still, but that will be the tracking. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to Shrewsbury or whether I need someone to come out and track it. I'll get the house locked up and I'll take it down the road and let you know how I get on. Well, guys, I've made it to National Tyres in Shrewsbury. Absolutely can't fault these guys. Always do a good job. Steering wheel going straight is about this angle, so I'll just show you that. It's about this angle. I think they'll be able to correct that when they track it. ABS light went off maybe, what, 50 meters down the road maybe, just went off. It hasn't come back on. So maybe we're in luck there as well. Hey, maybe. Anyways, I'll go see the guys in the office and see what they can do. Drove really well, in all honesty. Yeah. Okay, guys, I've had it tracked up. Sadly, the steering wheel, it was massively out of line. So what would have happened is it would have been a short turning circle on the one side than the other. So I've told them, leave the steering wheel straight. We'll have the same turning circle on each side. And what I'll do is I'll take the steering wheel off and realign it that way. Grand total, £36. It was on the ramps maybe 25 minutes. Really good lads. If you're local to the area, I would highly recommend taking your vehicle there to be tracked up. They told me about an electrical cable that's loose. I don't think it connects to anything anyway, but they told me about it. I know it's dangling. Yeah, just really good lads. Sorry about the glare, guys. Just really good lads. What I'm going to do now is grab a few beers, get the car back down onto the ramps, take the steering wheel off. I might even wax oil it in the next day or two. So a few more videos coming, guys. Shropshire Council, thanks for all the hassle.